Ooh. Hello. I'm here. More Mega Man Legends as the image shows. Because now I have proper image. I guess one announcement I gotta make before, call the boys in like 2 minutes. So, I've been watching two of my friends, Zeranos and Candy Langer, suffer through games. Well, okay. Zeranos slash Nick won Hollow Knight, Bilk Bong. They don't like it. I don't like the original Hollow Knight, so don't look at me. I'm the wrong person to talk to. I think that game's not very good. And Candy, well, I watched them play Forspoken in fucking Metroid Prime 4 and watched their soul leave their body. So I decided, you know what? I've had it too good. I played through the fucking Kingdom Hearts game. Loved it. Played 7 Remake. Oh, loved it. Played a bunch of retro platformer games that I love. Freedom Planet 1 and 2. Mega Man Legends 1. Mega Man 8. Now I'm playing 2. My plan for after this is to play Crash Bandicoot 2. Hell, I'm even thinking about in the near future playing fucking Metal Gear 1. Oh, Solid 1. So I'm eating too good. So, starting next week on Wednesdays, solo stream, I'm gonna play High on Life and Hate My Life. Anyway, I'm gonna call Train now, which, you know, I'll probably tell him later during the stream as well. Bah. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm alright, how's the snow?
Not bad. Let me raise Discord's volume on my end.
At your own peril.
But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. The snow kind of mostly dissipated, like... Well, so we still have it, but, like, it's already started melting. It's gonna be pretty warm the next couple of days. And, like, even when I was clearing off my car the day of, it was, already kind of, like, petering out. Ooh, shit, I'm using the wrong controller. Thankfully, this... Because I was like, oh, this feels weird. I was like, oh yeah, because I didn't plug in my PS2 controller.
Oh, Dan, you must be excited.
What's that?
Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, thank God.
That's right, they're finally releasing a second Mortal Kombat.
Well, isn't it the movie?
Is it a movie? I don't know. I just saw that Mortal Kombat 2 had been announced, and I was like...
Oh yeah, it's a movie. It's, Because you gotta remember, Mortal Kombat fans are always excited for anything but the game.
Yeah, because the game's trash.
Yeah, the games are bad. They play them for a weekend and they're bored of them.
You mean you don't like getting juggled from across the screen, and...
No, I also don't feel like I'm playing a game that's underwater either.
Guess you're just a true fighting game fan.
I know, it's a disease.
But Mortal Kombat is an institution, Dan. Think of all the things it added.
Like a mental institution. You know, the funny thing is, I know an actual answer for what Mortal Kombat has added to fighting games. There are 2. However, now, to be fair, one of them is not that big. One of them used to be big. However, I'm petty. Very
Who was the
petty.
first one to create a fighter?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm gonna be pedantic and say wrestling games count as fighting games.
Yeah, fair.
So wrestling games still beat it out. I'm gonna be pedantic. Fuck off. But, listen, Mortal Kombat fans tried to fucking, like, take super specials with finishers. I am not playing around. The 2 that I have in my pocket that I will never reveal unless a Mortal Kombat fan fucking knows it will remain in my pocket till I die, most likely.
Hmm.
Because they don't fucking know their own ball aim. I tried to get them to fucking say it. They couldn't fucking figure it out. They don't know their own ball game, so fuck them.
Well, anyway, I guess in other news, Xbox is dead.
I'm sorry, say that again, because they're aiming guns at my ship right now.
I said in other news, Xbox is dead.
Yeah, we kind of knew that was coming, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, someone's not an Xbox guy, mainly just because I don't like that there's one less competitor on the console scene, even if I'm out of the console scene. It's just not good for video games.
I mean, we've known it was coming for decades.
Yeah, well, decades. Nah, I don't know about that one, but we knew once they started like really focusing on AI, that Microsoft was going to move away.
Our suspicion was before even that. But yeah, so the main CEO of Xbox, who's been heading it for since its inception, is leaving, and the replacement is
the lady's pushing AI.
Yeah, who has like no experience with any of this market. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Microsoft's always been a dogshit company in regards to how it treated Xbox.
So yeah, like, on the one hand, I don't care about the Xbox at all. Like, I do not like the Xbox, I don't care about the Xbox, but I wish there wasn't now just Sony and Nintendo who don't compete with each other, and that's, you know, stagnation and all that shit's kind of a problem.
I mean, maybe if Microsoft had ever actually used any of the billions of game studios they acquired to, you know, make a game.
Like, nah, they don't like doing that.
But yeah, but that's always been the big problem.
Oh yeah, no, it is a problem.
The only game that they ever can say this is the Xbox game is Halo.
Even that they fucked up.
I mean, yeah, that's because the original developers fucked off to go and ruin other games.
Yeah, they decided to make a terrible game, and then they said let's also let's do Marathon, but worse. Again.
Now let's plagiarize the shit out of everything. But yeah. So the problem is it's always been like, well, how do you justify buying an Xbox? Like the 360, original Xbox kind of also had a sort of thing, but Halo was like a big enough IP that you could sell that was enough to sell units. Plus, you know, like general America kind of sentiments. But like the 360's main advantage was it didn't have a direct competitor for like almost a year, right? There was such a gap between
because it was a bit of a gap. Release. Yeah, it had a huge advantage, despite the fact that also the system was really fucked. But it was the only new game in town.
Yeah, so it's like, but if you want to play any new games, you got to either shell out for a PC that can run the new games, and even then, you know,
back then also PC gaming back then was terrible. There was like no one there.
Or you could get bad, or you got bad ports.
Let me read a comment. I'm a firm believer that Xbox is not a good console since it was always rushed. I'm more upset for all those franchises either dead or having to find new home. Yeah, no, I agree on that. Also, hi, Leon.
Sort of. Okay, so Xbox One, like the actual Xbox One, was a good console because it was a lot more powerful than any of its competitors, and it did have a number of, like, its ports were superior to, like, PS2. It's just PS2 was cheaper and much more available. The big problem, as I've always sort of said with Xbox, is its biggest competitor has also been itself, because any of the games that you could get on Xbox, you could always also get on PC, or most of the time. So even beyond just like competition with Sony, it's like, okay, but if you want to play if you want to play Halos after a certain point, you just play it on PC. Oh no! Plus, also they've always been trying like stupid, dumb gimmicks, like everyone's favorite motion controls.
Oh yeah, when everyone was trying to run into motion controls because of the Wii.
Yeah. Everything's an Xbox, which has gone fantastic for them. Oh, hey, Sabo, we're talking about the Xbox.
Which one?
The
It's
well,
death.
in general, because it's dead, or it's dying, or I don't know. It's one of those things where don't think Xbox itself is actually dying, but I do, or in the sense of I think it's got like another 5, maybe 6 years, and assuming no new hardware is a lot, assuming it doesn't die before then, maybe they might go in for the next generation. Assuming RAM prices come down, which they probably won't.
Not for
It's
a
okay.
while.
AI will fix Xbox.
No, it won't.
There will be an Xbox with an AI in it.
Yeah, and AI fails 96% of the tasks it's given. What's your point?
Well, it'll talk to the person, and therefore that'll be somehow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We'll just have like a wave of like COD dude bros getting AI psychosis. It's not going to change anything.
I think they already do.
Call of Duty dude bros will get AI chatbot girlfriends.
Yeah, and then they'll.
I think they already do.
Yeah, but this way they could do it through their Xbox.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. Xbox is.
Funny as how come. Funny as how this is Leon.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
I would. You know what? I doubt Dreamcast 2, but I would love Dreamcast 2.
Oh, Sega will never get back into hardware.
No.
They just don't have the capabilities to do it anymore. It's all too expensive. Like, hardware manufacturers too expensive. They don't have any of the infrastructure. They'll just stay a software company forever. What you might see though is, depending on how the Steam Cube goes, or whatever it's called.
Oh, the Steam machine.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in that machine.
I'm not. Yeah,
Let's see what
I'm
they
cautious about it because I remember the last time they tried. I remember the Ouya.
The Ouya was Google,
them.
but they
Yeah, I know
did
it
try a
wasn't
Steam
them,
machine. There
yeah,
was
they
an
did
old
try.
Steam machine console that, well, from what I understand, wasn't very good.
Yeah.
The Cube! Yeah, the Cube!
So, I don't know, we'll see what happens with the Cube, because it's one of those weird things where, in theory, it should work, but the more I think about it, the more I'm, like, kind of just seeing potential flaws of it with the idea. Like, depending on how the Cube actually is going to operate, one of the big, obviously, appeals of PC gaming is mods.
Oh, so I know you can open it up and put whatever OS you want on it if you want.
Yeah.
So it's working on the same infrastructure as the Steam Deck. But, obviously stronger hardware. But, like, it's completely open where you can put your own stuff in it, you can modify it, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. It's basically a miniature computer.
Yeah, but the problem I see with that is if you're the type of person who's going to be doing all of that, why wouldn't you just get a PC?
That's what's going to come down to the price of it, I think.
Yeah, but I can't actually imagine it being that cheap, relatively that cheap, because obviously they've had to have like the overhead costs of manufacturing the thing. Plus we've got like spiking RAM. We've got RAM prices spiking all over the place, and it will only be a matter of time before other computer components that are also going to be massively spiking as more and more of like the people who make these things leave the consumer market. So, I don't know.
Well, like I said, I want to wait and see on it, because if it's something that I see and I think it's worth it, I might get it as a possible computer upgrade. But I want to see first, because I do want to get a PC upgrade this year. So, I want to see, even though it's going to suck, I want to see what they say with it. Because the spec-wise, it is actually stronger than my current computer. I do know that from looking at it.
Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of things that I'm like cautious about for it, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, I'm not putting my hat fully in the ring one way or the other until it's out. Like,
I think it's still. Have they even like said what the price is, or are they still playing coy about that?
They haven't said the price yet.
Which that's I don't know. That's concerning for me.
They were like that with the deck too, so that's why I'm not too concerned yet. But I want to see, because again, it's going to be more of when we see it, and then I can have an actual like proper thought on it.
But I think the comparison between the deck is obviously interesting, because the problem is, or the sort of big issue is that the deck fills a gap that is exists, which is the what if you want to play your games on the go, and it's like, well, your options are Switch or Steam Deck. There's a market for that there.
Well, there are
big
now other ones. They're just not as well. There are other ones. It's just usually the issues with them are either they're Windows, so they're more restricted. Because there are ones that are technically like stronger, but either they have issues of either battery life or what you can do on it. Since like I said, the Steam Deck, you can just open up the desktop and modify it to your heart's content.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that there was a market for having a high quality console you could take on.
That's why people started copying it.
And that's why it started. And that's why the Steam Deck took off. My big concern is that there isn't like a hole for the Steam machine will fill, because if it's like not significantly cheaper than a PC. It's like, people will just get people who are like into that will just get a PC.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm gonna look at what the price is and everything before I make any kind of decision. Because like, if it's a good price, it's gonna be worth as essentially an upgrade to my computer. If it's not, then well, obviously I'm not gonna do that, because why the fuck would I? That's just gonna come down to that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm just in the wait and see phase with it, and then depending on how that goes, will determine what I do.
But I don't know. As I sort of alluded to, Microsoft never actually making games for themselves was probably the biggest red alert you could ever see, that the company or Xbox as a company was in trouble. Not like it should be in trouble. It's quite simple. You just make games, and you don't fire studios when you make games.
And they own so many. It's dizzying. And I also hate they own so many. I mean, we were talking about it last week, how like, how we all thought correctly that it was very stupid that people were excited that Microsoft was buying up like Activision and getting Crash and all them. It's like, no, they're not going to do anything with them. You actually had better chances when Activision would just buy itself.
Yeah.
Your odds were actually higher, unfortunately. But so now it's just going to sit in a vault. It's kind of like and also with Outer Worlds, they definitely took the bite out of 2. They definitely like made it softer, because the edges are way softer in that game in terms of its writing, and they just had it pumped out real fast so they can make a quick buck, and then leave it, because they have Bethesda. They don't. The higher ups are like, we don't need this. We have Fallout and Skyrim. Fuck this. We don't need it.
Well, that's sort of the problem, right? The monopolization of entertainment.
People can only buy so many versions of Skyrim before they're like, all right, you know what?
You say that.
You'd be surprised, but look what's going on with Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for $20 a pop. One language.
To be fair, I mean, that's an old game.
Yeah, $20 a pop for one of them is also insane.
Oh. I mean...
For a ROM that is unmodified.
How much did it cost when it came out?
$40, but that was like 20 years ago.
Also, there was the 3DS and Wii U versions that were $8.
Is that being released on?
Switch 2.
Switch,
oh, Switch 2. Well, man.
Is it going to have any kind of update to it?
Nope.
Any higher resolution?
Nope.
Yes, it'll be compatible. I think it'll be compatible with Pokemon Home and Wi-Fi.
Wow.
No Wi-Fi. No internet.
No Wi-Fi. No internet.
No internet.
Then how are you going to use Pokemon Home?
No, there is no Pokemon Home support.
That's not what they said yesterday.
Nope. They said no support. That was a that was a mistake.
I'm gonna double check see if they mention anything about that. Oh, I was actually right. The original game was released in 2004.
link up with local co-op. Well,
Yep, that's it.
I
Local
guess.
co-op. That's all you get. And also none of the events either.
Yeah, I mean, the simple solution is just don't buy it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know, don't worry, Nintendo fans don't like it if you say that. Oh, I just won't buy it.
Additional games and systems are required for multiplayer mode. What does that mean?
Good question. I don't know.
Don't know.
But, man, really feeling the squeeze of Pokemon Legends EA getting called out a whole bunch, having a direct competitor come out that everybody was like, yeah, just play Digimon instead of Pokemon for the first time in forever. And then Game Freak then have gone on to make another game where everyone's like, holy shit, Game Freak can make games.
It's
Or games that look like games.
yeah, it looks good. It looks like a good game. It's amazing what they can do when they're out of the fucking Pokemon dungeon.
It's amazing what they can do when they're allowed to have budget.
Yeah. And not have to make a game in 5 minutes.
It is remarkable for what is effectively what is, you know, literally the most profitable media franchise of all time, is still like treated with such contempt by its owners. Like,
Well,
don't give them a budget.
They don't
give them
care
time.
because people keep buying it. I mean, look what's literally happening. It's the best what I just talked about is a bestseller on the site. They don't need to. They don't need to because the people just buy the slop. They'll buy the slop and they'll love it.
Well, I'm still waiting for them to actually release a Switch 2 game I want to get.
Well, they don't need to do that because they'll buy the slop and they'll love it.
Just release this. Just push the Smash Bros button, please.
They don't want to do that. Then they'll have to actually top the last game, and they don't know how.
I don't think they can.
Honestly, I'm amazed they haven't just done just re-released Ultimate with some level of updated visuals.
Might not have
called it a day.
rights to the characters.
Oh no, how will Nintendo ever deal with that situation?
Oh no, they could! They could deal with it. They're just not going to. Because they don't need to. Because Nintendo fans will just buy up any of the slop they can sell them. And they know that now.
Why not just re-release Melee then?
It only works if you can wave dash.
And you need
Sorry,
a broken GameCube controller for that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you don't need a broken GameCube to wave dash.
To wave dash, yes.
Not to wave dash, you need it for other things, other inputs, not for wave dashing. Wave dashing, you just dodge to the ground. You just dodge at the ground with the right timing. Anyone can do that.
But if you want to do it optimally, you need the broken one.
Also, I think they've since released a patch which means that you don't, or you know, fans have created a patch which means you don't need to have any kind of like hardware like that.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I can't wait for Nintendo to DMCA it.
I mean, probably. I don't know, they've left Slippy alone for quite a while, so who knows? Slippy's the online version of Melee.
That's actually surprising.
And they are aware of it because they did get mad during the pandemic, but did actually have to walk that one back because people pointed out, well, we can't go and play in fucking tournaments, can we? So I don't know, as I said, it just seems easy to me to just re-release Melee. I'll earn them all brownie points, even if it's a bad port. Well, I guess there is the possibility that they've lost the source code.
And unlike, say, like, ah, damn it.
Square?
Yeah, Square, who's like, hey, guys, we know you have this, can we have it, please? Hey, thanks, and then they leave him alone.
That's how we got Kingdom Hearts Remastered.
Yep. And also how we got oh, hold on, I gotta kill a man.
Take care of them. You get to the doctor.
Thanks. Good luck.
Hold on. There we go. They're gone now. Damn it, roll. Okay. Well, let me get my energy back up. But yeah, because they did that. I know somebody else did that too. Oh no, Square also did with Final Fantasy VIII as well.
Whoop, we lost our source code again. Whoops.
Did you guys have it? Yes. Can we have it? Yes. Thank you. And then they just leave them alone. Nintendo, I feel like if you asked for it, it'd be like they then shoot you in the eye. Like, thank you for this. Now die. The Pinkertons are here for your kneecaps.
Oh no, Nintendo could just steal it. They say they didn't.
Oh yeah, steal it, but also break your kneecaps too.
I'm trying to remember which company it was that actually did just straight up steal a ROM for a re-release. I think it might have been Ubisoft had to download an unofficial ROM to get past their own DRM.
Yeah, I think there was like one. I know somebody basically like they just took a ROM and used it, and like the ROM inventor complained, and they're like, "Are you really going to be complaining to us about the stuff you stole from us?" And they're like, "Yeah, never mind."
Yes. Wait a minute. No.
He's like, I'm gonna, because he threatened like legal action, like you're gonna try and sue us about the thing you pirated from us. I don't think you're gonna win that one either. Never mind.
Piracy is a victimless crime, guys.
I mean, it is.
Yes.
I mean, people are like, well, people that pirated probably aren't gonna buy the game anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not really losing any money.
Oh yeah, I guess sort of semi-related to Steam. New York's trying to take on Steam, but I think they've already fucked it.
Oh, trying to claim it's gambling.
Yeah, it's about the kids gambling, but I think the lawsuit itself is already
Did
fucked.
somebody do that before, like years ago?
Several times it's come up.
And like they sort of won, and they thought there was like going to be a massive crackdown on gotcha slop, and then nothing happened.
I mean,
Okay.
it's one of these complicated things because Valve always argues that they don't actually encourage gambling in their video games. It's third parties. But of course, the problem is that they never, ever enforce to block
Crack
any
down
of this
on
stuff, which they could so easily do, because they know who it is and they have all of the data, because they brag about having all of the data. So they've always had the opportunity to shut down. And I mean, come on, the skins like market is literally created to generate fuckloads of money, and they don't care because, or they didn't care because, yeah, even if they're not doing the gambling, they're benefiting from it. Like they're the casino.
Yeah, I do agree with like cracking down on it, but then when I was reading the stuff, they then started like adding in a bunch of like shit that was like, what is this doing here?
Well, I mean, part of the problem is.
Good, sorry.
The lawsuit itself that they filed has like fundamental misunderstandings of the entire situation, so it will never actually go through because, I mean, they're trying to argue for something that's not quite the truth because these people don't understand what's going on. But it doesn't change the fact that it is always been a scummy thing that Valve has done and never gets called on, or hasn't been called on forever about it. Or very occasionally someone will pipe up and there'll be a small controversy and then it will blow away because we'll get distracted by something else. Like, oh no, I despise gambling and the way it's promoted. I think people who run gambling advertisements should be killed. That's only slightly hyperbolic.
Yeah, my only problem with gambling is I never win.
Some would argue that the problem is you're not gambling enough then. I'd argue those people are scum and should die. The ones who tell you that, not people who gamble, because, you know...
I mean, when I went to... The only time I went to Vegas, I was, like, very careful with my money. And they were like, yeah, that's why you're not winning.
I mean, if you're gambling responsibly, fine. Like, I've not got a problem with that. People can make choices.
Yeah, the problem is if you gamble responsibly, you don't win.
I mean, the problem is that casinos and gambling and anything that is effectively that, even if they try and tell you it's not, doesn't care about people who want to gamble responsibly. They want to hook the people who will blow everything and suffer for it, because they don't care. Like, and you can order them to put as many like warning labels or warnings on gambling ads, like, oh, check this website if you think you have a gambling problem. They don't give a shit, because they know that people, once they get hooked, struggle to get out of it. And, you know, it's the addiction that has the highest mortality rate. But, you know, let's not talk about that. Let's instead, like, have major news corporations partner with sports betting websites, so you can bet, so you can fucking track bets as the news is playing. Like, what the fuck? What a disgusting dystopia we live in. Frankly, I'm glad we're not doing anything to stop climate change. We deserve to die as a species.
But I live here.
So? We're not doing anything to actually stop any of the evil things that happen. So the only way to do it is to just basically let the evil things happen, and entire societies are wiped out. This is the thing, you can't even say it's a villain arc, because technically I don't have to do anything.
I mean,
Just have to sit back and let everyone else kill us.
There would be less people on the road.
There won't be a road. But yeah, like,
Well,
It'll be a
technically the
road.
road will still be there.
The
just
road
real
will still
won't
be there. It'll just.
Are you kidding me? You've seen how roads degrade in this world.
It'll just be all crumbled and crackly. Because there's
Main
nobody there
Street's
fixing it.
Sabo, Main Street's still all cracked and broken.
Oh, use the side roads.
Ow.
But
I
Yeah,
agree. Let's
so-
usher in the Mega Man Legends setting.
yeah. So as I said, I think the lawsuit itself is like the right idea, but it's the wrong implementation and fundamental
And
misunderstanding.
also,
of what the actual
also
problems
like weird shit thrown in, like, oh, video game violence causes violence in the real world shit. I saw that in the thing too. And I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they've pulled that shit, but there's like countless studies that show there is no correlation at all.
No, I know that, but you get my point. It's just like,
So it's the
okay, we're
case
just
of,
throwing
like-
shit. We're throwing shit at the wall, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, cool. This lawsuit will never actually accomplish anything because you don't understand the fundamental problem. And it's not as if it's not widely reported on. Like, countless actual like organizations that have people who know what they're talking about have made reports about everything, from like the key people involved, the things that they've done, the actual legal things that have been done. Fucking which YouTubers are basically rug-pulling scumbags, which is, you know, I guess most of them.
Yeah.
Sorry for YouTubers who aren't rug-pulling scumbags, but, you know.
But yeah, most of them are. I mean, I remember the whole partnership thing where I got to watch a bunch of them just rug pull. I was like, how? I've noted each one of you. And if I'm subscribed to you, I am not anymore. Fuck off.
Yeah. But, you know. These things happen.
Yeah.
Kind of what also happens when we're in a bit of, like, these weird news droughts for all the stuff that is actually fun to talk about.
I've been enjoying Demon Tides, and it was only $20. Good indie open world platform collectathon game.
That's good. I went off and replayed Cold Steel 1.
But
And,
also I know
starting to-
today Tangle and Whisper drop in Sonic, so that's nice.
Oh, good.
And I'm looking forward to playing them tonight with some buddies.
Everyone's second favourite couple in Sonic.
No, you're right. I was
And now you can
trying to think,
appreciate
I was like,
the,
no, you're right. Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
I said, and now Train can appreciate Reen again.
Ew.
I will say, replaying Cold Steel 1, I did realise, oh yeah, this is just a good game. It's even kind of funny, all the small little things that you notice having played like the next 6 games after it. And having greater context for crossbell stuff now. So yeah, see how 2 holds up, but I'm expecting it to still hold up.
That's our Reen.
It does kind of make me appreciate all the things that didn't really care for the Calvin stuff, which I won't say about the games you haven't played.
I decided I'm just gonna replay Daybreak first because I realize I don't really remember a lot of stuff that happened.
Very good.
And hopefully by the time I'm done, one of the other ones will be on sale.
Hopefully.
Well, now I get to go attack Glide's base. What is just a fun little detail about Glide's little bird bots versus the Serb bots. There are significantly more bird bots. They are not as durable, and when you kill them, they're just dead. They don't just be like, "Ow, you hurt. That hurt. I'm gonna tell mom."
That's because he's not as good as Glide XA or EXE, however you say it.
Glide EXE didn't even do anything.
He did in the anime.
Did he? I don't remember what he did. Well, I guess we'll
I don't know what he's like in the anime or in the game, since I didn't really play or watch it much. I do
in the game. He's kind of there.
In the game, he does absolutely nothing. He's like the only character you don't actually get to fight at any point.
Is he like an asshole or?
No, he's like a butler to like a butler to like the spoiled rich girl.
Oh, the girl with the big forehead.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I like how I do like there's a scene in the anime that makes it a plot point where there's just like this asshole like 20-something-year-old girl who's like beefing with like the 9-year-old that's in the show, and like cheating against her, and then the fucking her giant fucking forehead blinds her to prevent her from cheating, which lets the other girl beat her, which I think is funny.
Yeah, that happens a lot. There's like another one where they're being chased by guards, so she just like turns around and shows her forehead, and they're all blinded.
I should watch this at some point. It seems fun.
Solar flare.
But yeah, Glide in this setting is like a prick.
Or she was mostly written off of the later seasons.
Yeah, but that's because then they got other characters in. Like, and...
Like Searchman's guy.
Yeah, I think it was just Searchman's guy, and then Bass.exe. Bass base.
Oh, they also had Tomahawk Man and his guy in the later seasons for some reason.
Bass, we don't need to fight. We're enemies. Shut up.
They were like, all right, which of the new characters should we make important? Tomahawk Man.
Not even the coolest one from 6.
Yeah, they're just like they picked. It's like they pick one guy at random. They're like, all right, this is the one we're gonna. And it's like Tomahawk Man.
I just realized looking at the map of this world, that specific area I gotta go to fight Glide's base looks like just a very small version of Australia.
Well, yeah, mate.
That's probably what's left of it.
You know what? It's still inhospitable.
Considering Glide's there with his bird bots and a giant fortress I have to invade, yeah.
It's because the colony drop didn't hit yet.
I think this is after the colony drop. I think if we look, we can find the skeleton of Shar somewhere here.
Man. You ever have that moment where you like start explaining stuff, where someone asks you about Shar, and then you're like, how do I explain the whole Lala thing? Because it's like, technically by modern sensibilities he groomed her, but then at the same time it's like he was explicitly they make it a not romantic thing, but then they do make it a mother thing. So
Lala Sue was a young woman who could have been a mother to me. Mother? And then he died.
Or did he?
Oh.
Give it time.
He died, and then they uploaded his brain to this other guy and decided to call him Full Frontal.
He's got nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide. He's coming at you. He's coming at you full on, exposing everything about him. So please stop.
And they thought Elbow Smash was a silly name.
Silence, children!
Yeah, the guy just doubled down on him and he was like, that's a porn term, right? He's like, no, it's not.
No. Nuh-uh. Shut up.
Shut up, children! If I kick you, it would be really funny.
Man, I would say Full Frontal might be the worst Shark clone, but then like Mr. Bushido exists.
Which one is fucking Mr. Bushido?
Guy from
Double O.
Double O.
Oh!
Yeah, Mr. Bushido was deliberately ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's not still dog shit. like all of season 2.
You know, he's like, I didn't really want to be a mask and be called Mr. Bushido. They just kind of made me do it.
I mean, I remember that time when Double O stole the main villain from Full Metal Panic.
Yeah.
Just straight up, Aliao Sanchez
except
just Gowron.
He's Gowron, but he doesn't have a hard-on for Setsuna.
I mean, he's got a bit of a hard-on. He's not full-on, like, Gowron levels of, okay, you're just a creep.
I mean, he just kind of wanted Setsuna to die.
But in Gowron,
Yeah, but Gowron wanted Sosuke to, like, murder
kill him and then both of them to die.
Yeah, you know, because when Setsuna actually gets, like, good enough to actually stand a chance against Ali, he's like, oh, this isn't fun. You're supposed to die easily.
That's where they got you.
But as I said, Gowron just wanted him and Sosuke to just go out in a blaze of glory together.
Yeah,
He
it's
wanted
not
them
really...
both to reach the climax at the
Yes,
same time.
I mean, Ali's not nearly as creepy as Gowron.
Oh yeah, Gowron is like full-on a creep.
Anyway, come with us. You'll see.
Ali's just like, I'm just this mercenary who
Wait, you get
hired a
hurt.
bunch of kids to do this terrorist attack a few years ago, and one of them's
He is
still
just
alive.
Gowron.
No, that's funny.
He might not
Whatever.
be as much of a creep as Gowron, but his entire backstory is just Gowron.
I mean, yeah, his backstory is Gowron if he didn't become obsessed with Sosuke. Like, when he finds him, he's like, oh, he's still alive? That's mildly interesting. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna kill him now. You know, whereas when Gowron finds out, he's like, oh my god, he's alive? Yes! Finally, my dream of us dual murdering each other can come true. Oh.
Finally!
Yeah.
Now, it is also weird, though, going back to Cold Steel War, where you're looking at all the things with Rufus and being like, God, I hate you. I hate you so much. Why are you so cool? That is going to be interesting if I do get to 3 and 4, where Rufus is literally at his worst and knowing full well that he will be redeemed.
And to think, it almost didn't happen.
Yeah. To
Yep.
think Sarah almost got a Divine Knight.
Well, Rururi wasn't supposed to happen. They just kind of thought him up at the last minute when they're like, we need to make another game on this engine, and people are mad that they didn't actually show Crossbell being freed, so let's just make a game about that. And then they're like, we need a third protagonist. Like, all right, so let's make it Estelle. Estelle has absolutely no stake in this game. Who should we bring out? How about Rufus?
Rufus is popular.
He wasn't popular. He wasn't popular until that game came out.
And then,
He went
Well,
from
that-
number.
Would you
30
trust these
something.
children?
Trust
Not
them all
with
as Rufus.
not with those faces, I wouldn't. I mean, they don't.
Just shoot.
I mean,
Shoot, Mega Man.
they're missing a lot of teeth, and they don't seem to have eyes. They just have like holes where their eyes should be. So there you go.
God's problem now.
But yeah, Rufus was like number 40 something on the character chart, and then when Reveri came out, he got elevated to like 8. So he wasn't popular until they're like, let's just give him a little girl who thinks he's the
How
greatest.
is this their sister? She looks nothing like them.
Adopted.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Also, I mean, fucking Penguin Man here.
Well, I mean, he's a robot.
They're all robots.
Well, no, they're artificial organics.
So they're meat robots.
Aren't we all?
So they're people.
You know,
Well,
it's
no,
more
they
like
weren't. They
thinking
weren't.
about it.
They weren't created through normal evolution.
Mission start.
Hmm.
They were genetically engineered to be like.
I just see why this Hard to see why this franchise or sub-franchise died.
And it's all Dr. Light's fault.
All Dr. Light's fault.
If he hadn't won up Wily that one time in their youth, Wily wouldn't have.
One time, it was
That's
more
like-
than once at this point.
That's like saying it's Reed Richards' fault when Doctor Doom blew his own face off.
Yeah, but Doctor Doom didn't eventually destroy the world.
Not yes, several times.
Yeah, but it didn't stick.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it has in some realities.
Depends on which, yeah, it depends on which reality we're talking about here.
Yeah, but I mean, in one reality, Reed is Doctor Doom, so you know.
In one reality, Tony Stark is Doctor Doom.
No,
Mr. Stark, what happened?
He's not Stark. He's Doom.
Yeah, and then I can't wait for it to be just like the Arkham Knight, where they're like, haha, we tricked you. We tricked you because we lied to you. And you foolishly believed us when we told you it was not in fact Jason Todd. Or David Cage thinking he fooled us when he had Shelby deliberately thinking, I wonder who the origami killer is. And it's like, yeah, I wonder. Could be anyone, especially you.
What?
I've said before, a mystery where you have to lie to the audience to hide the mystery is not a good mystery.
Was that the movie I was talking about?
No, I was talking about, that was Heavy Rain I was talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, the movie.
I mean, yeah, I guess technically. So yeah, the whole plot of Heavy Rain is about a serial killer who kills children, but has to kidnap kids to put them in to make sure their parents then go through death trials to save the kids, because when he was a kid, his twin brother died in the storm drain and nobody came to help them. So now he has to test parents or some bullshit. So anyway, one of the playable main characters is the killer, but there's a whole thing where he has an internal monologue during scenes, because it's like point and click. It's like I don't want to say evolution, but it's like the spin-off of point and click adventure sort of stuff. And so he has his internal monologue. So then at one point in one of the game's mid to late point, he just suddenly goes, "I wonder who the origami killer is," in his brain. During a scene that they then revisit as a flashback and show, oh yeah, he just straight up murdered a dude right then, and then thought, I wonder who the origami killer is.
It makes no fucking sense.
I mean,
why would he be thinking that?
It's slightly less worse than him also being chased by the origami killer, but you know. Yeah, it's still pretty bad.
As I said, it's a mystery that.
I forget what the movie is, but the point is the murderer is somebody who was previous. I think I mentioned this before. The murderer was somebody who was previously chased by the murderer in another scene, and then the director is like, "Yeah, I just made them the murderer, so nobody could possibly guess it, and I don't care about anything else. I just wanted to bamboozle the audience."
Good job.
I know. It makes no logical sense that the murderer was stalked by the murderer earlier in the movie, but I don't care.
Man, good thing that you know what, that was such an impactful thing that you did. I'm so glad that they did that, because it was such an impactful thing that it made you remember exactly what movie it was. So I guess job done. Dumbass. Not you, the guy who wrote it. I always find whenever you get writers who pull that bullshit off, where you didn't see this coming, it's yeah, because it's fucking stupid. That's why.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming.
I mean, the obvious one. I think the most sort of famous example is Lost, because they actually was so desperate to not have the twist ruined by people speculating that they lied, and then just went, oh yeah, it's just purgatory. It's
because everyone figured it out season 1. I remember listening even though I wasn't into it, the morning radio show I listened to, they would have these things where they would just talk about it, and they were right away in the first season were yeah, it's probably purgatory, and even even with that stuff they're we'd still think it's purgatory, and they were right.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's purgatory. We fooled you. It's like, okay, it's the most boring answer you could have picked, and everybody already guessed it. Well done.
Congratulations.
Good
Like,
job.
I don't like I'm trying to think. Like I'm not. I think it's still that is definitely worse than like another thing I don't like, which is the thing where it's the writer knows what a foreshadow is. They know what they want to foreshadow, but they don't know how to do it. Where you just do it like once or twice and walk away, and instead they say like the same line 4 times in a row. I'm not making fun of Attack on Titan, I swear.
Here's your sort of problem.
Do you believe me?
No. Here's your problem with like a mystery as your base premise, right? Is there's only so far you can push a mystery before it becomes obnoxious for solving it. But then the problem comes once you solve the mystery, you have to have like some other stakes that can get people invested. Because I think a good example of this is Twin Peaks, right? Like the entire premise of the show hinged around who killed Laura Palmer. You know, a question that swept the nation and elevated the show to this like big sensation that's been parodied and talked about a lot. But then when they actually answered who killed Laura Palmer, something that they didn't actually even want to do, you can tell that there's just no momentum left.
They didn't want to answer.
Yeah, they didn't want to answer the question. But the problem is if you don't answer the question, people get upset because, well, you know...
the Big O method.
Yeah. Look where that happened. Only you and I remember the Big O.
I do. I remember it too.
Well, that's because, yeah, the director was like, yeah, I never really cared about the mystery. I just wanted to have episodic adventures. But, like, when Cartoon Network funded a second season, they're like, yeah, you have to answer the mystery, so we just made something up.
Yeah.
It's a loop! Fuck off! Leave me alone!
If a mystery is going to be your base premise, fine, but you got to actually have a resolution to that mystery, and not drag it on too long or half-ass it, because then it just leads to, you know, it leads to conclusions that people hate and will not age well. I think like another good example is X-Files, which had a core mystery and dragged that mystery out for so long. Who could even tell what was going on by the end? Remember Cigarette Smoking Man? How he got blown up by a fucking rocket from an Apache helicopter and then miraculously survived and came back like 15 years later?
That makes sense.
Makes sense to me. I don't know, mystery boxes are a dumb storytelling device. It's like if you've got a mystery, have an idea of where that mystery's going to go, and also be prepared to find something else to hook people in after that mystery is resolved, or just make a short series. I don't know.
Speaking of short series, did you see that Smiling Friends is done? They're gonna have 2 more episodes and they're done.
Huh.
Basically,
Surprised.
yeah, honestly, I was surprised too. Because
I was
originally
expecting it to be like the new Rick and Morty now that since Rick and Morty's ending, I think.
So what with the announcement? So basically, what it was the team and all felt kind of burnt out, and they're just like, we would rather end like now, while it's still good, than to drag it on and make shit. And I respect that actually. I'm sad that
that sounds way too logical. I can't believe
I'm sad that we're not getting like another season or 2, but like, I would rather it just have a 3-season, clap its hands and walk away than for it to drag on and be shit. So, yeah, I'm gonna miss it, but like, I hope it gets a home release, and I get it. I fully understand.
That's
a lot of people are upset. Like, you guys barely had. Shut up. Shut up.
I think those people should go and bully George R. R. Martin to write his fucking book.
They really should.
Because, you know, I'm all for people taking their time and artistic integrity and all of that. But also, 16 years, fuck off.
Listen, he's very busy not doing it.
Oh, shit! Did you see they're doing like Marvel's doing like a re-release of a bunch of classic games?
Oh yeah, I did. They have obviously the X-Men Arcade, which is the premier title in that. Like that's awesome because that's an immediate day one for me with that. It's gonna have Captain America and the Avengers, which is a fun beat 'em up. And apparently from what I saw, it had like each version of it. It's gonna have both of the LGN Spider-Man beat 'em ups, which I enjoyed those. So
Interesting
yeah,
to see if it's going to be actually possible to beat Maximum Carnage. And
that'll be interesting.
also they've got fucking what's it called? Silver Surfer on.
That's funny. That I was like, really? Okay, sure, I guess, whatever. I'm not playing that shit.
Of all games, you picked Silver Surfer. It wasn't even on the list.
Doesn't everybody hate that game?
Yeah,
It's not
because it's
good.
literally impossible. Well, it's so difficult it might as well be impossible. It's was covered by the AVGN when he was relevant.
I mean, he's still kind of relevant. He's relevant the occasional time he emerges from his cave.
Usually every couple of months.
Yeah, release a video and then fuck off.
You know what? I respect that though.
Goes home and is a family man, so you know.
I kind of respect it, honestly.
He is one of the few creators who's like on any of these platforms who's been around long enough and had like fairly small levels of controversy.
Like the only controversy I remember was the Cheetahman one, where he was backing a Kickstarter that ended up being like kind of a fraud, and he like immediately pulled away from it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And that
Awesome
whatever,
stuff.
he made a mistake. He wasn't knee deep in it. He was just, they contacted him, and he's like, yeah, it's that thing I did.
He didn't double down like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
And you're like, oh, my bad.
Sorry, guys.
Backed off from it.
I think there was something with Mike Matai, but I don't really remember.
I mean, Mike Matai probably said some stupid shit, but that's Mike Matai, not him, so I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, it's just he was obviously very associated with the brand.
Yeah, because they were buddies
Oh, no,
for
it's just
years.
Comparatively to a lot of other creators or creative groups that have been around, he's surprisingly lacking in controversy.
Yeah. He just kind of punches in, does his shit, then goes home. And honestly, I respect that. Oh yeah, the other one was like a I remember what the other controversy was, and it was stupid, and it was just people being dumb. It was him going like, yeah, I'm not interested in this new Ghostbusters movie, so I'm not gonna watch it. I don't really see a reason to watch it. And people got mad at him for that, and I'm like, why?
Oh, because he hates women, because the Ghostbusters movie was a...
I think he's the smartest man in the room
if-
for being like, hey,
if
this
you
doesn't
did-
interest me, so why would I watch
If you
it?
didn't like the new Ghostbusters movie, then you hate women. That's until the movie came out and everyone realized, oh, it really is just shit.
It
I
didn't
mean,
look
I have no
good.
strong thing. I haven't watched the Ghostbusters movie, but I do hate women, so...
But yeah, no, I did, and it's not great. Like the best I could say about it is like sometimes they would like start stumbling towards a decent joke, and then they would extend it for too long.
I mean, it
Like-
wasn't a bad movie because of women. It was a bad movie because it was a bad movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the women didn't help, though, am I right, fellas?
no.
I can't say that anymore.
Yeah, you can.
These
one
days
of
it's
the few
actually more
groups-
acceptable.
It's one of the few groups you can be rude about women. But, obviously this is all hyperbolic. I don't hate women, I just, you know, have a general mistrust of them.
You hate everyone, so it's...
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stick with that old chestnut. I hate everyone equally. It's not at all prejudiced. But, yeah, I also didn't watch, like, the other two, like, Ghostbusters movies they came out with
Yeah, I didn't watch them
afterwards,
either.
so...
They were okay.
I think the idea of digitally necromancy
They were trying.
I think when
They were trying to get to the feel of the original films. They didn't quite get it, but I mean, they were almost close, and they tried. Ghostbusters, the previous Ghostbusters, they were like, oh, Ghostbusters is an action thing, right? Where they run around zapping ghosts. That's what Ghostbusters is about, right?
I mean, On the basis that, for me, I was never going to get into it because when it was like, oh yeah, we're going to bring out Harold Ramis as Ghost, so I'm like, I don't like that. Don't want to reward that behavior.
Yeah. Also, kind of into what we were saying earlier, I'm kind of just content at this point of just letting things end and they don't need to come back. They can just live on as a thing of the past and stay there. And that's
we all know
okay.
we all know what the true Ghostbusters 3 is anyway.
Yeah, I played that game.
I was also going to make a joke about Evolution.
Also true, technically.
I mean, no, it straight up is just a Ghostbusters remake. Well, soft reboot. It's the we couldn't get people to go back and do Ghostbusters, so we're going to do one that's slightly different, but is effectively still just Ghostbusters. From college professors slumming it up, stumbling into supernatural bullshit, having to use an old emergency vehicle to as their primary transportation to go and dump a bunch of slime on a big monster.
I remember there was like an Eldritch Horror thing that tried to get the goth girl, and he was just like, "Ah!" and threw her away. I remember that. That's about all I remember from Evolution.
Oh, the thing I remember, the best line in Evolution is when the I don't want to say sidekick, but the other like professor character gets like a evil alien mosquito thing like buried under him, and so they're like taking him to the operating theatre because they're like, how do we got to get this out? And they're like, it's in his leg. We'll amputate his leg. And then he's like, no. And then David Duchovny's character is like, you can't take his leg. He thinks he's an athlete. And then it goes towards his groin. So he's like, take the leg. Evolution got a cartoon. Wild.
It did. The only thing I remember is the whole point of Evolution. It was just a massive advertisement for Head and Shoulders.
Yeah.
That
was the end. That was the end joke.
I was thinking of like Extreme Ghostbusters. I got confused.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were thinking about for a while. I was like, wait.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Hold on. It took me a minute.
No, that guy is from Evolution. Oh.
Yeah, I got confused. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I never saw Evolution.
The show or?
Yes.
The movie.
Anything.
Yes.
I don't know. Evolution's one of those movies where I probably like it more than I should because I'm like, I kind of find it funny that Agent Fox Mulder is here in this movie.
That's when he was trying to be like, I can be an actor and do other things, but X-Files? Really, guys?
I mean, he was trying to get out of X-Files for quite a while. There's an episode of season 3 that was not written by him, but only because it was meant to focus on another character so he could have a break. And then it wound up him still having a major role in it. But I kind of get it, because I think X-Files specifically, like, there's effectively only 2 main characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every episode is Mulder and Scully. And don't get me wrong, it's a great duo, but I can understand from the perspective of if you're an actor that's like, I just want a day off.
That was a lot of serialized shows
MacGyver,
like that.
Where there was only one main character.
Yeah,
I have to be in every episode I've ever seen.
Fun fact, actually, because me and my friend are watching like some key episodes, some X-Files episodes. The woman who plays Sam in SG-1 was in an episode we watched.
Huh.
Playing a prostitute who got her neck snapped, so you know.
That happens.
These things happen. Also, Ryan Reynolds is in an episode. And Seth Green and Jack Black.
Yeah, before they were famous.
Yeah, before any of them were famous. And it's like, oh, right, you're in this.
Jack Black's first role was in a Pitfall commercial in the 80s.
It's not a like live action actress, but it makes me think of like anytime I hear Jennifer Hale like in an old cartoon or something like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you and Laura Bailey used to just be everywhere.
Yeah, because they would drag each other everywhere.
Like you hear like Jennifer Hale sometimes like do like a bunch of the voices in the show, and now it's like, oh, you can't afford her anymore.
I mean, That is the problem when you get to be big.
Good for them. Don't get me wrong. It's just funny.
Yeah, I mean, at least she
Let's look-
didn't price
let-
herself entirely out of the gig like the Simpsons cast did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then they got a job for literally fucking life, so...
To be fair, at least Castellaneta did come back for the Hey Arnold movie for Grandpa.
Oh yeah, I don't think Castellaneta cares about, like, actually getting paid. Because he gets so much from just doing The Simpsons every year.
He did so many voices in Hey Arnold too, like so many like side characters and one-off
He did
like
so many
adults.
voices in The Simpsons. That's his whole
He
thing.
just...
Yeah.
Like, every time he's in anything, like, he has actually lots of characters.
Yeah. He's
It's
like he's an
cleaned up.
amazing VA.
Yeah, and so it's genuinely, like, you genuinely forget that, like, Homer's VA is, like, actually incredibly talented.
Like he's really fucking good.
So is Bart's.
Yeah.
And Marge and Lisa can only do Marge and Lisa.
Well, she can't even do Marge these days.
No. Honestly, hearing her
Actually, no,
voice
to be
these
fair,
days is so
she did do all of the Bouviers,
yeah.
who all have horrible voices to do.
Yeah.
So she can do other voices, it's just, man, they're all incredibly crappy.
They're horrible. And I feel bad for her because I know she's like, I want to keep doing it, but I'm like, every time I hear her voice, I'm like, please stop, please, for your own
Maybe when
sake.
they do The Simpsons movie too.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did threaten us with that.
This
I
is
think
Simpsons
they're
movie.
doing it.
People are joking that the Simpsons movie too is like we're just gonna work the VAs until they die,
I
so
think
we
it's
don't
gonna
so we
work
don't
the
so
VAs.
we don't have to do the show anymore.
Honestly, I think they'll work the VAs until after they're dead.
Not wrong.
I think they will either through AI or through like,
Archive.
just the sheer amount of archived fucking.
I'm pretty sure they said that if one of the major VAs die, they're just going to end the show because they won't be able. They know they won't be able to maintain it with AI. They're like unless we find like actual actors that are very good at doing the voices, which everyone and their mother does Simpsons characters impressions, so that's quite possible. But
Yeah.
unless we find actual characters to replace them, we're just gonna let it go. Because it's not even that huge anyway. It's mostly maintained through reruns of more popular episodes.
Yeah.
Ones are allowed to they're allowed to re-air. Although to be fair, I think there is only one banned episode.
Yes, the Rusty Bazooka. I think this is the part I need to make my Powered Buster again. Yes! Yes!
Yeah, I think only the Michael Jackson episode is the only banned one.
I think so? Not 100%.
Is that because of Michael Jackson?
Yeah. They respectfully, after a bunch of some of the things that came out, decided to pull the episode, and then also revealed that he had a bunch of demands when he took the job or when he took on the role. Like he stipulated there had to be like a scene where he and Bart would stay up all night to write a song.
Okay.
That's fucking weird.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it's stipulation, but okay, and then obviously all the other allegations came out, and it's like, that kind of, in retrospect, that was probably a bit of a red flag.
We've got red flags here for sale. Red flags. I love that bit from
Then
one
there's
of the
Richard
Lego
Simmons,
ones.
who wouldn't even be in it. I mean, the part was cut anyway.
Yeah, well.
He wanted to be in the show that you're going to be a robot of yourself, and he's like, no thanks. And then they were like, this scene isn't funny, which is weird because it's one of the funniest scenes in the show.
Oh, it's so funny that for a while until I was rewatching, I thought it was in the episode. So when it didn't happen, I was so fucking confused.
It's something that they're like, you know what, it's not actually funny, and then they showed it at like conventions and art students, and everyone was like, this is the funniest thing we ever seen. Why wasn't it in the episode?
Well, didn't they add it to one of like the specials, like with hosted?
Yeah,
by-
Yeah, they
showed,
did,
They
they
showed it
did.
in one of their specials. That was the first time it was publicly shown.
Yeah, that's why for a long time I just
But in the
thought
actual
I memory hold
episode,
it.
it's still not there.
I because of that I memory hold it as like what happened, but it didn't.
I was thinking that one clip show that that ends with like them doing the song about "We've got stories for years," and I wonder how many of those stories actually happened.
That's a very good question.
Did Marge become a robot? Did Mo get a cell phone? Questions that may never be answered.
Oh, I'm sure Mo probably has a cell phone. Probably.
I think one of my favourite Mo scenes is pretty understated. It's the hockey episode. And he comes in because he wants to check to see if Bartleys have any debilitating injuries so he could, rig some gambling. And Marge is like, I don't have the energy to pretend I like you, Mo.
That is a good line.
He's like, yeah, just like, "Gonna take my
Sometimes
phone."
Marge is funny.
Sometimes.
Usually, no. Sometimes, yes.
I mean, it's the thankless job of being the sitcom wife who has to be the nag.
Yeah. Bart, no! What? Sorry, force a habit. Lisa, no!
We've all been there.
That's probably like one of my favorite Marge bits. Just that one from that episode.
Favourite Marge bit. For some reason, the one where she thinks someone's trying to get rid of her, and so she screams, "I know where you live, my house!" Being dragged away.
Anything from you, Sabo?
No.
No, he doesn't like. He hates women.
Damn.
Wouldn't go that far.
You heard it here, folks. He hates women.
I wouldn't go that far.
To be fair, in the words of Master Kenobi, hoes come after bros.
Anakin, hoes come after bros.
I mean, it worked out for Anakin. He just lost all his limbs and had to wear a cool suit for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should listen to Yoda.
I mean, well, I don't think we need to get into all the ways in which the prequel trilogy is bad.
I don't have the other part to make my buster.
Well, if these things are sent to try us, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I want my buster. God damn it. I want to break the game.
No.
Damn it! I'm gonna go fucking kill Glide now.
And what did Glide ever do to deserve that?
Many things!
Right.
I'm crazy that he is just a good guy in Battle Network.
Like,
Well,
what did
they-
I ever
they
do? What
they
did I
needed a
do to
butler
deserve this?
character, and
I
they're
mean,
like,
recently.
Who do we have in Mega Man who's a butler? That guy from Legends, good enough.
He's not a butler? Ah, fuck, I would have given him anyway.
Is he a butler or is he a valet? Because they are, in fact, different roles. I believe it's butlers are in charge of like the kitchen, or like kitchen and dining, and valets are in charge of like serving like people on a personal level. Dressing them and organising things for them.
Also cars.
I think that's chauffeurs.
I was talking about restaurant valets. Valet.
Oh yeah, but that's because you stole it. That's because in true American fashion, you didn't understand the word and you stole it. I don't know what this is, but it's mine now.
Hey, we learned it from watching you.
Oh no, we knew what things were. We just then made people do our things instead.
Well,
It's kind
I don't know about that.
I'm not entirely sure if it's correct, but I did hear that technically curry is actually a British dish because I think we did invent it and then forced it on like a lot of people we invaded. So that's why it's like so synonymous with, even though it's so synonymous with India, it actually might be an invention from here.
So you did invent something.
Well, everyone likes to complain about British cuisine. It's like, well, if that's true, we did invent the curry, so jog on. Well, what the fuck do you mean you invented something? We invented many things.
Yeah, but everyone says you didn't.
People, yeah, and they're wrong.
You know, you didn't invent anything. Just evil colonizers who steal.
What about the
everything.
internet?
They probably think so. They probably think so. I don't know. I don't know what the popular
don't know enough to
internet
cook-
theory is, but I'm pretty sure it's not the British.
We didn't. One of those things where you don't know enough about these subjects to actually argue with me, do you?
I mean, I believe you, but I'm pretty sure the average American would believe that.
Yeah, but the average American can't find his own ass with a map.
That is true.
It's like, oh no, the average American doesn't understand or believe what you say. You know what they do believe? Vaccines cause autism. These are the level that people will be dealing with. The common clay, the salt of the land. You know, morons!
Hey, I've seen Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, I'll bet you have.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
That's
No, I
hostile.
don't. Elaborate, please.
I feel it speaks for itself.
What does it speak for?
You know, fun fact, I think Blazing Saddles was the first on-screen, like, fart.
Huh. I did not know that.
I think it's the case. I might be wrong, but...
Well, blew up their command tower, now I gotta blow up some fucking tanks.
You know what, I still can't really get over it. The fact that Tuvok's actor from Star Trek Voyager is the we ain't found shit guy from Spaceballs.
You had to start somewhere.
Yeah. Apparently that Voyager game is not bad, the roguelike.
He was also I read an extra in Star Trek 6, which then
Yeah, then
decided
they
that was
retconned it.
actually Tuvok.
Yeah, they retconned it to be like, no, it was always Tuvok. We had a whole episode about it. We had to go back
I mean,
in time.
that's fun.
Yeah, you know, not all of Voyager was shit. Sometimes they had good ideas.
That was like a clever use of something. Like, hey,
Yeah.
it's like how Tom Paris was almost that guy from the one episode of TNG, except they were like,
Yeah, and then they didn't want to pay royalties. So instead of being Locarno, he's Tom Paris, who has
also he was in that He-Man movie from the 80s.
Oh yeah, I think they also announced the He-Man 2D beat 'em up, which I have no interest in. I'm like, you know, all these other nostalgic 2D beat 'em ups, yeah, maybe, but He-Man, I'm like, who the fuck cares about He-Man?
Some people care about He-Man.
Might pick it up, but
The problem is the best version of He-Man was the one from 2001, which didn't last very long.
Lasted
No.
one season and was cancelled.
It lasted
two?
it lasted a season and a half, but it's still like they had more plans that they didn't get to,
Sorry, He-Man.
even though that was like the best version of He-Man.
I'll take your
I will,
word for
I
it.
will die on that hill.
no, you're right. I agree with you. It unfortunately also had like incredibly stiff competition when it dropped. Because that was also like the height of like Dragon Ball's popularity here and shit.
And also Transformers Armada.
Yeah. From what I think, like literally, I think Transformers Armada and Dragon Ball were what fucking took it out back and shot it.
Oh, I know I showed it to you guys, but I'm just going to say it on here. Anyway, Gary Chalk had cancer and has beaten it, or it's in remission, so, you know, I'm happy.
I didn't know Gary Chalk was still alive, but good for him. I hadn't heard from him in a very long time.
He mostly did like con appearances.
Yeah.
Did you know he's
And
also the voice of
weirdly-
Grounder?
Weirdly, is in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
He's also the voice of Grounder from the old cartoon.
But yeah, he just randomly plays the general in the first Sonic movie. It's weird.
Huh. Yeah, because he basically fell out of VAing when they stopped using Canadian VAs.
Yeah, and he didn't want to move to America to be like David Kay did. And you know what? I respect it.
So, yeah, for some reason, all of these companies like, you know what, to keep things uniform, we're just going to keep everything in-house now.
I think they also fixed like some of the. I think they made it so it was because like the whole point was you use Canadian dubbing companies because they were cheaper.
Yeah.
And I think they then made it so they weren't cheap enough. So basically, only like Canadian productions would use Canadian dubbing companies. It is kind of funny thinking about how many like famous dubs or shows are actually just fully Canadian or like Canadian companies dub.
Like, I mean,
X-Men
Dragon Ball
Evolution.
started off as that. Oh, yeah, X-Men Evolution, yeah.
Dragon Ball, X-Men Evolution is Canadian dubbed or
Like
dubbed
it was until Unicorn.
Oh yeah, you said Gundam. I thought you were saying X-Men Evolution was until Unicorn. I'm like, what the fuck was a Unicorn in X-Men Evolution?
No. Most of the Gundam dubs were done in Canada until Unicorn. Then they decided. Never mind.
American.
Yeah, because they wanted to keep it like because they'd have stuff where like a game would be dubbed in the US, so they couldn't use the Canadian VAs.
I couldn't
So they're
have
like,
ADV.
your brothers.
Wasn't
Let's
ADV
get outta
Canadian?
here.
No,
You're not getting
No.
away so easily. We'll take you with us. Game's over, Mega Man.
We better hurry.
Motherfuckers put the self-destruct on.
Dang it! I hate when they do that.
You know what, Mega Man? This is what you get for not double tapping.
Who even builds something with a self-destruct button anyway? What a silly idea!
Bond
Yeah,
villains.
We can just
obviously you
set
should
that
use a
key.
self-destruct operated coin slot.
We have to
Yeah.
find the key. You mean this key?
Damn SpongeBob joke. What fucking bizarre timeline have I walked into?
Alright, maybe we have a chance.
And that's really
Hold
SpongeBob,
on
it was
to
still
that
funny.
key.
Damn, sorry all you SpongeBob fans out there.
Mission start.
It's like when you remember Tom Kenny has roles that aren't SpongeBob.
Yeah, he was in Transformers Animated.
And he was in Revenge of the Fallen. Don't you remember?
No, I try not to think about that.
He was there. He was one of the twins. In fact, might have been both of the twins.
No, he was only one of them.
Oh, he's only one. Okay.
I know he specifically won because the other guy was actually played by a black VA. And they were like, yeah, we did it together, and I didn't find it offensive, and I didn't find Tom offensive for doing it with me.
I mean, I think just doing the lines would be one thing. I think it's also when you see their designs.
Yeah, they didn't see the
Yeah.
designs at the time.
Yeah. I think when you've got those lines coming out of those faces, and it's like, oh yeah. Michael Bay's a piece of shit. You're gonna see that coming. Man, I can't believe
Right.
the director. I can't believe the director of the Skibbity Toilet movie was in the Epstein files. Oh wait, no, I can believe it.
I wasn't ready for that. I nearly snorted my drink. Fuck.
And that's why you keep me around, so occasionally I'll just throw out these really out-of-pocket fucking things that almost kill you. Or I go on long, glorious
Well,
rants about people I don't,
I-
or
I-
people or things I don't
I
like.
saved this girl, and now she gave me a pig.
Does that mean is that dowry? Are you married?
No, it means you can send it back. It means you can send it back in time to kill Dr. Wily and then end this entire timeline.
No, there's a girl there's like a tomboy girl in the other area that's like, man, I wish I had a pet. I would love a pet pig, and you just give it to her. That's all.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do that next time because I don't remember if something triggers when I go back there or not. And I don't want to like start something that might take like another hour. Or
And the
two,
last thing we
depending.
want is to get triggered.
Well, I mean, his name is Mega Man Trigger.
Damn.
I think it's time to leave.